Hey, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about customer avatars. Now, customer avatars is a really important piece of your business marketing, and if you get this right, this is when you start to see massive success in your business. So if you want to drive your business forward, you should be always looking to improve your conversion rates, attract the customers that are right for your business, and develop advertising that brings you serious returns on your initial investment. So we're going to cover all of those things and a lot more today. So make sure that you stay tuned and take some notes, because this is really an important part of taking your business to the next level, and it's the number one reason that most marketing fails and most businesses actually fail as well. So although it seems such a trivial thing, because a lot of people think that they know who their perfect customer is, by getting this stuff down, you can really get your marketing focused, and you're going to get lots of those lovely customers that are the exact fit for your business. So if any of those things that we previously mentioned were basically the goals of your business, and they should be, obviously let's look at how we can create the perfect customer avatar for your business. So not all businesses have the same customer avatar, and some of you and some businesses will actually have multiple avatars, and that's an important distinction as well, because by creating multiple avatars you can have different types of marketing that will engage those different avatars that you're looking for to get into your business. So we're going to run through why you must craft your customer avatar. And it's obviously, as we said, to improve your conversion rates. So by getting the right avatar, you can massively improve that conversion rate, and that's a really important thing. So imagine if you're looking for mothers of newborn babies. If your marketing is crafted towards those people, then obviously that's going to absolutely convert at a much higher rate than just a general advert that's a branding exercise. That really doesn't work for small and medium-sized businesses. We're going to look at attracting customers that are the right type for your business. So I'm sure all of you listening to this or watching this have customers that you think, I really could do without those people. Like, they're not absolutely congruent with my business and how I want to move forward. There's always that kind of thing in the business world, and it's important that you don't get too many of those, because they can be a massive drain on your business. So lots of people talk about the 80-20 rule, how 80% of your profits will come from only 20% of your customers. Now you've got to think about that, and that means the other 80% of your customers mostly aren't making you a profit, and also they're going to take up 80% of your time. So you want to be trying to get rid of those people if you can, and focusing on getting those more people that are similar to the 20%, and that's really important. You need to develop the advertising and marketing that brings you serious returns on your investment. So lots of businesses can cater to men and women. So you might be a glazer, for example. A lot of people that I've worked with over the years have been glazers or estate agents. But women and men react differently to different types of marketing. So even if you were a glazer, you need to look at marketing that fits women, and marketing that is appealing to men as well. And you haven't really been able to do much about that in the past. So you could have, for example, there could have been women's magazines that you might have put your marketing in. But most of you, if you're a local business, had things like local newspapers and stuff like that, and leaflets maybe that you were putting through doors, or shop frontage or something like that. So it's hard to get that focused on a particular gender in this instance. However, with the latest technology, for example, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of these sorts of social networks and products by Google as well, you can actually target by gender, and that's really important, that you create the right avatar and the right marketing even that fits those genders and is going to be appealing to those people. And that's when you're going to get the massive success. You're either going to reduce your marketing costs significantly, or you're going to get more of the right people, so you'll get busier. So, and also you might get both, so you might reduce the cost and get more of the right customer. So just a bit more detail on this. So a customer avatar is a detailed profile of the sort of person that would be your ideal customer. So when you have your avatar in place, you've got to think about this. You'll be able to reach out to go and service where the niche where you are recognized as the leading expert. And that's important. So we here have lots of people in our database, and to some of you guys, I will be the authority in digital marketing. But there's thousands. I mean, I have thousands of competitors around the world, but I've crafted the avatar and I've marketed myself in a way that to you guys, I'm the number one authority. And obviously I am, of course, but that's not quite right. There is loads of different people. There's people in America and all around the world that do similar stuff to what I do, but I've carved out my niche, I've carved out my avatar, and I appeal to certain types of people. It's important to craft your marketing message so it appeals to a specific person as opposed to being a generic message, as we've said there. It's going to help you boost your conversion rates by saying the right things at the right times that generate action. And you're going to reach out more of the right sort of customers, because the wrong buyer will not be interested in your kind of marketing, which is important. So you repel some people as well. You're going to save money, which is a key thing here, because you're not going to be spending money on marketing activities that don't work. So you'll find it simple enough to create a customer avatar, and all you need to do is undertake a template that we've included with our Rocket Marketing Hub newsletters. So if you get our newsletter, you will get a copy of that template. And also if you go to Rocket Marketing Hub /customer_avatar, we've got a blog post there. You can download this avatar template there, and it's really important that you use that, because that is the structure that you need, and that's going to really help you focus on getting your marketing tailored to your business. So that's really the key to this. Now, the importance of an avatar is easy to understand when you look at cars. So lots of people are in the market for a car. Nearly all of us, most adults, will drive in the UK, but there's all sorts of different levels of car, isn't there? So some of us will go for the more basic, more standard car. We might go for a Ford. So the entry price for a Ford Fiesta might be around 14,000, and I know there's different models and specs, but it would be around 14,000 if you've got a brand new car. This is we're looking at here. And then there's the people that are looking for a bit more luxury. They've got slightly more disposable income, and they're going to be looking at things like a Mercedes, maybe around 28,000. And obviously there's the people at the higher end of the market that are going to be looking at the Porsche, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, those sorts of things. Now, you have to understand, and I'm sure it becomes a little bit more obvious when you look at it like this, that all of these businesses have different avatars, and they will all market in different ways. Now, Porsche, for example, will not be generally seen to be doing lots of TV advertising, because their market isn't always going to be there. They're going to be like business owners. They're going to be high flyers that probably don't watch much TV, and that's why they won't necessarily advertise. So it's a proven statistic that ultra wealthy people will only generally watch an hour maximum of TV per day, whereas people that are looking at the lower end of the market, people that are looking for like the Fiesta and those sorts of cars, they will watch a minimum of 5 hours a day of TV. So it's quite different. So TV advertising, you're more likely to hit your avatar if you're selling the £14,000 car than the £100,000 car. So Porsche need to look at creating a different avatar than Ford, and they need to look at where these people hang out. It's really important for them to find out where these people are, because they will spend a fortune on advertising and marketing, maybe even as much as Ford. They could probably, well, they definitely could afford to spend more to acquire a customer. So potentially they could afford to spend £10,000 to get a customer if that was 10% of the car spend, whereas if 10% of the car spend on a Ford is only 1,400, so it's a lot less, they can actually afford to buy that customer into that business, which is important when you're thinking about that. So think about that in your business. How much can you afford to get a customer, and where are they going to be hanging out? So are you selling a luxury good, or are you selling something that's a volume-based product, something that appeals to a lot more people? Now, it's important to think and understand this. If you think that you don't need an avatar because your business appeals to everyone, then you're absolutely making a massive mistake on this, because you need an avatar. You need a crystal clear avatar, and until you have that, you're not going to be ultra successful. Now, you might be doing well, and you might be doing like 6 figures, 7 figures in your business, but if you really had this nailed down, then you could exponentially grow your business. So there's only a handful of businesses that are genuinely in the mass market. So if you were to closely examine your customer base, you would find that you have a core group that spends more than the rest of your customers. So it might be that you appeal more to men or to women, or you could look at age. Maybe more of your customers are over 50. But until you've done this exercise, you're not really going to get any further in that. So by having this avatar, other benefits are you're going to get repeat sales, because you understand their market, you understand their wants and needs. They're more likely to upgrade to your premium products and services that you offer, because you've understood exactly what their wants and needs are. And these are the customers, the ones that fit your avatar are going to be the ones that generate the sizable proportion of your profits. They're not going to barter on price, because you've crafted your marketing so well to them that they're ready to buy. They're just desperate to get your product or service, and that's what you want. You want them to be in a frenzy. Your marketing's hit so many points that they're just desperate to get on board and buy your product or service. These are the people as well that are going to give you the testimonials and the awesome feedback that you need in your business to grow. So a lot of you on this will grow your business via referrals, and it's important to understand that if you've got the right people into your business, first off, you're going to serve them better, and that's going to hand in hand give you more referrals and obviously more business from that. They're going to be people that are really good to work with. So if you've matched the avatar and you've got your type of person, right, that's what you want to find, your type of person that you're going to be able to work with. So you're going to see these people obviously are going to spread word about your business to their friends and their family members. And they're also going to talk to you, or talk about you even, on social networks. And that's going to draw more and more people to you. So they probably hang around with similar people. So if you're giving them a good product or service, or you've got an exciting product to them, they're going to share that on these social networks. And that's going to be really, really useful. And they're going to be really motivated to help your brand. So we want you to compare that. I want you to compare that to the people that only buy one product from you. They're going to be much more demanding, and they're going to be the people that make you feel really, really frustrated. We've all had that type of customer. I mean, in the digital marketing agency that I have, Digital Marketing Desk, we have to be really selective on our customer avatar, because we've made mistakes in the past, and we've found that the people that pay us the least amount of money, which is not the people in our avatar, they want the most. They will be the people that call us the most, that have the most questions for us, that have the most demands, and it's tiring, and it's not congruent with having like a good atmosphere in the office. And that's important for our business to move forward. We want to have a good working environment. We want to work with ambitious business owners that are keen to grow, that understand things take time, and they're not just cheap Charlies. And that's important that you get those as well. So that's another reason that this avatar exercise is important. So obviously, in an ideal world, you'd all have a business that could sell to anyone, but it never really works that well. So you need to focus on niches. So Digital Marketing Desk, my agency, for absolutely years, we would take on any customer. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago that we looked at focusing on certain sectors and being the expert in that industry. So we work with a lot of double glazers, and we also have a few other sectors that we particularly niche in. So we've looked at people like estate agents and other sectors that we can serve really, really well. And that is better for the customer as well. So by doing that and niching down, our customers get a better service. So particularly in the glazing industry, we're the only people that have got all the data on what Facebook adverts perform well for glazers. No one else has that. So by working with lots of glazers, we can see, okay, so in the north of England, we know that maybe this particular language needs to be used, or the offer is more important in the north, or in the south, maybe more men are making the decision. There's differences all around the country, and we've got that data. So by doing that and crafting an avatar, in this instance, of glazers, of business owners, so we were looking for glazers that had 4 to 5 employees and were turning over £100,000 at least. By looking at that, we were able to actually serve them better. And that's important for you to think about. By having this avatar, it was easier for us to do the work as well, because we had the data. So we were testing all these different variables, so we would know, okay, great, these types of adverts work for glazers. Let's roll it out to all the clients, and we could test that kind of stuff. And that made it more profitable for us. The copy took less time to use. The value was higher to the glazer, because we had multiple like touch points with these people. So that was a real key focus on there, and that was important for this business. And we absolutely, like, our business changed when we did that. So by appealing to less people, we actually got a lot more customers, and our growth had stagnated to like I don't know, like 5-6% a month, but we went back up to double digits very quickly after doing that. And it was a concern, it was a worry. And for me, I was thinking, well, I don't just want to deal with glazers. And I'd heard all this stuff about customer avatars and how I needed to get the focus right, but it just made it so much easier. So our advertising to them was focused about being the #1 digital agency for glazers in the country. And you think about that, if you're a glazer, that's appealing, isn't it? They're all getting calls and emails from SEO companies, Facebook advertising companies. They're getting hundreds a day. They're getting lots from international companies in India maybe, or the Philippines, and they're getting bombarded. But we were the only person that hit them with a message saying we're the experts for the glazing industry, and that made us stand out. And as we got more glazers on board, we had more testimonials, we had more results that we shared with people, and it got easier and easier and easier over time to get these customers on board, which was really, really, really important to us and to them. So you need to focus your attention on your core customer group. That's the key here. And you'll attract more of the right people as time goes on. You'll find that if you construct this avatar, which I absolutely urge you to do, you're going to stand apart from other people in your industry. So, and that's because a lot of businesses don't take the time to do this. So that's the key here. So let's recap on some of this quickly before we craft your avatar now. So you're going to reach out and service a niche where you are recognized as a leading expert. So I've done that, and that works. I'm an expert in the glazing industry, and I'm an expert for small business owners like you, and that's why you're listening to this, because I've crafted an avatar for small and medium-sized business owners and marketeers that want to grow their business. And that's why, to certain people, I'm the leading expert, and that was really important for me to do. And I've got my category and my avatar really refined, and that keeps growing, and I'm getting more and more results as time goes on. You need to craft your marketing message so that it appeals to a specific person as opposed to being a generic message. And again, my great example on that is my glazers that I deal with. So I have retargeting adverts for glazers. I have emails that go out specifically with their language that they understand, and I have credibility in that industry. I have proven results with that kind of industry. So maybe you can think about that for your business. It's going to boost your conversion rate. So if I sent an email out to glazers saying I'm the expert for glazers, then that's going to get a better conversion than the Indian that's saying that he does SEO and he's the cheap SEO guy, because it's not ringing true to them. They know that email's got sent out to millions of people. There's nothing that stands out. So it's vital that you stand out and be different. You're going to reach out more of the right sort of customers that you get, because the wrong buyers take your time. And also the wrong buyers will be repelled by this type of marketing, which is good. That's important. You're going to save money as well, because you're not going to be spending on marketing activities that don't work. So that's important. It's going to help provide you with repeat sales, which is important because you've crafted the marketing to the right avatar. They see you as the expert, as the go-to guy or girl in your industry. So that's important. You're going to upgrade people quicker to your premium products and services. So by getting the right avatar, you're going to hit the right people, and you're going to get the right type of people into your business. And that's vital, really, really important part to take away. You're going to generate a sizable proportion of your profits, and these people are not going to barter on price. That's what we find. When we hit our avatar, we will always find that these people are not the type of people that like barter on the price and stuff like that. That's really important. And they're going to provide you feedback, more referrals and stuff like that. And you're also going to find they're much more pleasant to work with. So that's important. So let's look at crafting your avatar. So if you've got this in the post with a newsletter, you should have an avatar checklist with that. If you don't for any reason, I urge you to go to our site, rocketmarketinghub.com/customer_avatar, and you can download another copy of that checklist. And what I want you to do is I want you to print this off, and I want you to fill it in, and I want you to put this up in your office so all of your staff can see, so they understand exactly who the right type of avatar, who the right customer is for your business. The more people in your team that understand this, the better the results will be. So this isn't something that you should print off, fill in and file away. It should be on the wall. It's important that it's on the wall and everyone can see that. So first off, the gender. Now, some of you will appeal to male and female, and my business does. So I don't really have to worry too much about that. However, you should look at having two avatars in that instance, because you should look at having marketing for women and you should have marketing that hits men as well. Also, if you're a florist, how about this? You could think of, if you're a florist, then the language of your marketing and your adverts needs to be focused on males. They're probably going to be the people that buy the flowers for the women. So if it's coming up to Valentine's, then you could do things like Facebook advertising, LinkedIn advertising. You could advertise on Google and all these other places and focus on the men. Make sure that they're getting their flowers from you for Valentine's Day. So think about how that works in your business. Age is important as well. So you can have different avatars at different ages. So if you were, for example, again, I'm going to use glazers here, but different people are at different stages in their life. So if you think about the people that are over 50, they're probably the people that are going to buy the quality windows from you. And I might be like, some of this stuff that I'll say here might sound awful, but you've got to be realistic on this. So the people over 50, they're probably at a time in their life where they're a bit more comfortable with money, and they're going to buy the quality. They might look for the wooden windows, the better finish, the triple glazing, all these sorts of things. Now, the people in their 30s, they might be just buying their first house. It's not so important to them. They're just looking for price. So they're going to be looking at the UPVC kind of window. So you could have multiple avatars in your business, and you can segment on places like Facebook and have certain adverts that go out to under 30s, certain adverts that go 30 to 40, certain adverts 40 to 50, and certain adverts that are just 50 plus. And the type of advert needs to be different to all of those types of people. We want you to think about your avatar's lifestyle. So what do they do on the weekends? What interests them? And that's important because we want to find these people. So we want to find out what they're interested in, what they do on the weekends and all that kind of stuff, because that's going to help us find them. Their profession could be useful as well. So certain businesses, for example, if you were, I've been talking to someone recently about this. If you were a manufacturer and you sold window widgets, now you want all the double glazing companies to buy those window widgets. So you could use the targeting on Facebook or on LinkedIn to find all of those people. So that's why you should think about the profession as well. Income level. Now in the US, if you're listening to this and you're American, you're lucky. You can target people by income level on Facebook advertising. And at some point, this may roll out to the UK. So they need to get in with people like Experian and people like that in order for that to happen. So think about that though. What is the ideal income level of your person? Because you need to craft that into your avatar as well. Now, these are the more important parts. What are their wants, desires, and needs? So what do they want in life? What's important to them? What do they desire and what do they need? Do they need their windows fixed quickly, or do they not have the need for that to be done, but they're looking for an absolute luxury finish to their property because they want to keep up with the Jones or something like that? What's frustrating them? What fears do they have and what challenges do they have? And that works particularly well if you're in business to business. So my customers for Rocket Marketing Hub, their fears are not getting enough customers, not making enough profit in their business, not being able to get customers on demand. And that's why we've developed Rocket Marketing Hub, to help them overcome those things. What are their likes and dislikes? What do they like? What don't they like? This is important as well. Think about the things that they like in particular, because you want to find these people and hunt these people down. And what don't they like? There's also things that they don't like. So that's important to think about, because the way you market to them, you might have 10 avatars in your business, and you've got to maybe look at marketing in different ways to different people. What keeps them up at night? So as I said, my guys at Rocket Marketing Hub, not having enough business keeps them up at night. Not being able to pay their VAT return on time. Not making as much profit as when they originally set out to start the business. That's what keeps these people up at night. And that's important that I address that, and I find them ways to help move further down that process and get those sorts of things resolved. What do they talk about at home? Strange question, but what do they talk about at home? Because that's going to help you find those people. What are they interested in? You've got to think about what are they doing while they're at home, and how can you implement that into their avatar? What do they read? Now, this is an awesome one for me, because you can target people that like particular books in your Facebook advertising. So my target avatar is people that are aspirational and want to grow their business, or they've got problems with their business and they want to fix those. So things like Think and Grow Rich, that's one of the key books that people will will read that use Rocket Marketing Hub. Rich Dad Poor Dad is another book that's important for me, but there are going to be other books that your avatar will read. So think about that. What books will they use? What social networks do they use? Different people use different networks. If you're targeting lawyers, for example, they're much more likely to be on LinkedIn than they are going to be on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. They will be on Facebook because everyone's on it, but it might be that you've got a better message that can get across on LinkedIn. And this is all going to need to be tested. There's no way you're going to fill this sheet in and get the perfect result, but it's pushing you in the right direction, and I hope you see that. How do they unwind? What do they do on their weekends and holidays that you can help find these people again? So do they play football? Do they play cricket? Do they hang out in polo clubs? If you're looking for wealthy individuals, people that like polo clubs are going to be obviously normally going to be more wealthy. What's stopping them buying? So is it their wife that's stopping them buying? Maybe another business partner is stopping them buying your product or service. So you need to give them concrete evidence that your product or your service is absolutely what they need to fix the issues that we've said before. So fix their fears, their frustrations, their challenges, and help them get their desires, their wants and their needs. So there's going to be something that's stopping them buying your product or service. You need to think about that and think about how you can overcome that. And lastly, how do they make their decisions? So is it the wife? Is it the husband that gives the sign off? Is it the finance director? What's the key thing? What are they influenced by? Are they influenced by a special offer? So we often find we've got 110,000 people in our database, and that's growing all the time. And we're never busier than when we do a flash sale. So for our customers, they want to try us out at the cheaper rate. We can't do that all the time because it doesn't work. Like the flash sale has to be taken away from them. So we will do a sale for 2 or 3 days and we'll make a huge discount, and that's just to get them in the door in the first place. So take all of this stuff and work through this sheet and get your customer avatar absolutely clearly defined. Print this out, get this on your wall, and make sure everyone in your business knows exactly what your customer avatar is. And think about, do you need multiple avatars? Lots of you will need multiple avatars because you can market to different people. If you think you've got a product that fits everyone, great. But you need to think about how that can work and how you can implement that into various different areas of your business. So every product can't hit every person, but you might have a product that can hit lots of people, and then you'll have multiple avatars. So this exercise is easily one that people think they know better. But if you really, really do take the time, fill in this avatar checklist, get it on the wall and start thinking about that in your business, that's when you're going to start seeing massive success. I promise you that. That's when my business transformed. When I crafted my avatar and I focused on the glazers that are turning over £100,000 a year at least, then I knew how to market to those people. I knew how to craft my message so those people would feel that marketing was for them. It was absolutely for them, and we stood out in that marketplace, and we still do today. And that's what you guys need to do. And as I said, we've got multiple avatars here. So for my digital agency, we work with estate agents, and the avatar sheet is different for those people. It's slightly different. The marketing is slightly different to those people as well, and it works. And we stand out in our marketplace. We're not just a digital agency. We're a digital agency for estate agents. We're a digital agency for glazers and other categories as well that we work with. So let's get this implemented, and we're going to go through lots of really exciting stuff with you guys. But don't jump ahead. This is the key to your success, you have to get this bit right first. Otherwise, there's no point implementing the Facebook advertising and stuff like that. And if you've done Facebook advertising, or you've done AdWords, or you've done email marketing, and it hasn't worked, this is why. This is absolutely 100% why it hasn't worked. And this is why this is really important to get right first. So thanks for listening, guys, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.